So it's welcome to the underside of a Fiat Ducato van. I am about to put on my spare wheel carrier and the wheel winch to go underneath to carry the spare wheel, and I thought I'd just like throw out another video just to show you guys maybe a bit more of a installation video. I've sort of done the showed before where it positions and stuff, but we can show you exactly what we're going to do. Just to give me a little bit more height underneath the van tonight, I've pumped about 4 bar in the airbags just to give it a bit of extra space so I can get underneath it a bit better. But basically where the winch fits on, there are 4 already pre-formed 8mm bolt holes on a Fiat Ducato. All you need to do is just to check if you've got this, just poke your head underneath, and this beam that runs across the rearmost, one of the rearmost beams, if you've got 4 holes there with threads in, an 8mm thread, you can get this wheel winch on. And okay, so that's where the winch mounts in the middle. And over to this side there are some holes that go right through on this same beam. So the holes that we're talking about are here. There's 4, 2 there, 2 there. Then across the beam there's another hole there and another hole there that we utilise to have the mounting winch positioned. So from the middle, these 4 bolt holes, there's another bolt hole on the, so we're moving forward, the front of the van is that way, and then we get to another little bolt hole that's already pre-formed with an 8mm thread in it in front of that, which there's a little spacer bracket that fits on there. So there is the little spacer bracket. It literally, it's a 1 bolt fix in. It's really simple. We'll do that in the first thing we'll do is do that one, just to show you the bolts that are required to do the job. We've got some nice stainless steel bolts in here. These are M10 bolts, M10, so they are a spanner size of 17mm, but M10 on that piece. And the other 5, so you need 4 for the actual winch and the odd one for the spacing bracket, that one, and they are 8mm. So again we have a 13mm socket for them, and so really simple. So all you kind of like need is 17 to hold the other end of this, and 13mm for them ones, and basically a ratchet, and I've got a longer spanner there just if we need it, just to pinch up them ones. So we'll get this little spacer bracket up. It's just there's a little bit of sponge on there that fits up against the underside of the floor, but it's just a case of positioning that and then selecting the bolt which will fit in there. These are actually stainless steel bolts, but what I'm going to do is actually just give it a little smidgen spray grease in there just to keep it lubricated. These came out, so they're stainless steel, so they're there's no issues with stainless steel bolts. Wanging that up. There we go. We'll just tweak up that. It's just for the tyre will actually rest up against that, just to support it nice and firmly when you get it in position. And then 4 bolts up there, we'll just give them a little touch of grease as well, to give it a little bit of lubrication. This is the actual wheel winch now, and I've got it kind of laid on the ground here, so you can see exactly where these bolts go through. They just sit through there, just clamp onto the chassis member up there on that piece, and then working along the winch wires, and there you can see the four. It kind of bends around, it'll bend into shape, but there are the four ones that go up and locate into the holes that I've just greased up. So let's get it up in position. Right, so selecting my first bolt, we'll just get this aligned up, kind of like that. So the next thing I want to do is just get this bracket in line on the other side. We'll slide the bolt in just to give us a bit of security. Through she goes. While I'm here, I'll adjust as well. Okay, so just on this side there's a little bit of electrical trunking. It just needs a little bit of an ease out of the way, but then it will just simply slide it on through in position. So it'll be both poking through the other side now without any nuts on. So I'm just going to continue just lining this up, and get these other bolts in. Sort of using the bracket just to sort of bring it in position. There we go, we're coming into play and caught, and then case using the ratchet. A little bit of grease just helps to make them nice and easy to wind in. Nearly there. There we go. We'll just give them a little tweak up. Last one to tweak. Double check. They're all nice and firm. That's that part of the job. That's lovely. Absolutely solid as a rock. Right, now to just get the two other nuts on, the M10 nuts. Exactly the same on the inner one. So that's the winch all fully installed there now. That's where the key goes into the winch there, with a special key, and then obviously these are the winch wires that go round to that winch there in the centre that will drop down. We'll get the key going in a minute, and just like that little last overview of what it actually looks like from underneath. And then in the side there is the winch key access point from the outside of the vehicle. There is the view from the rear of the vehicle, so everything's looking good. There is the key. It's a square end on there and a hex on this end, so it just locates into the winch, and then we can get our hex attachment on there, and that will come out by the mud flap, and then we can just use an anti-clockwise motion to drop the winch down, and that will actually operate with no weight on it by hand. There comes the winch down to the earth position, so we can locate in the spare wheel. Anybody that watches our videos, you might remember from a previous video that I've actually bought this canvas kind of bag to keep my spare wheel in, so which I made a hole in the middle, so that winch will go through the middle, so I can drop the wire through there and then locate the spare wheel. Here's the spare wheel. The tyre pressure has been checked very recently, and it's all in good condition, so nice Michelin Agilis. And then yeah, we can locate on underneath the vehicle, and then we can zip. This has got a zip on it, this bag, canvas bag, so it keeps the spare wheel nice and clean inside, keeps all the debris out. You don't want to get it soon fills up with like you get water in there, it will start rusting really badly, and when they're just like stood underneath the vehicle. So it's a good little way of protecting the spare wheel with this bit of canvas. Right, we'll get this in position. It's right in line with the winch. There's the hole in my bag. It's all gone a little dark, a little bit black, but yeah, that little hook will just go through there, and I can get it to reappear. See if we can get some light on the situation as well, so you can see what I'm doing. And there is a little spigot on there that hooks into one of the situation where you need several pairs of hands. I've just had to just lift it up on a little slight angle to get it through the hole, and then we'll locate just with a little jiggle around. Oh, it's located, there it is. So there's the location position. Throw a little bit of light on there. There's the location position, and there's the winch in position, ready to lift her up. I should be able to get my zip around now, re-zip her up in the bag, right the way around. Get that protection. Okay, well, we're good to go. Right, we're going to hoist her back up. We'll just start taking the weight a little bit. We might have to in a minute. We just might have to get the bar in the end of there. Just take up the slack. Okay, we'll just start winching away. Gradually raise her up. Back in position. There she is. She's locked in. The winch actually locks in position. Just actually almost ratchets it into a position that locks in. So that wheel is now solid up underneath. A little bit of a dust off. I think I've actually adopted a tear somewhere along the lines. It's surprising what debris flies around on the road. A little tiny split in that, but that's good enough to protect my tyre under there. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. Mission accomplished. Give us a thumbs up, give us a comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.